Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today we're diving into a modern coin that shocked the collecting world, the 1984 quarter dollar, a coin most people spend without a second thought, yet in rare condition can be worth thousands of dollars. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this ordinary-looking quarter could be an ultra-rare hidden gem, how collectors spot the valuable ones, and what makes this coin a serious prize in today's market. You don't want to miss this one. Your next pocket change could change everything. The 1966 quarter dollar holds a unique and often underestimated position in American numismatics, and its most expensive and ultra-rare examples have become increasingly desirable among serious collectors. Although it is not an official bicentennial issue, the 1966 quarter is frequently discussed within the broader bicentennial-era buildup of U.S. coinage because it represents a critical transition period just before major commemorative changes reshaped American coins in the 1970s. For collectors, its appeal lies not in age or silver content, but in condition rarity, historic context, and the existence of extraordinary mint errors that can elevate a simple clad quarter into a high-value numismatic prize. The 1966 quarter was struck during a transformative moment in U.S. monetary history, immediately following the Coinage Act of 1965, which removed silver from circulating quarters. Minted exclusively at the Philadelphia Mint and intentionally bearing no mint mark, the 1966 issue belongs to a short period from 1965 to 1967 when mint marks were suspended to discourage hoarding and speculation. The United States was experiencing inflation, rising metal prices, and social change, all of which influenced how money was produced and perceived. Within the long-running Washington Quarter series that began in 1932, the 1966 coin stands as a symbol of adaptation during economic uncertainty. The obverse of the 1966 quarter features John Flanagan classic bust of George Washington, a design that had already become deeply embedded in American culture. The reverse depicts the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and framed by olive branches, representing strength and peace. The coin is composed of a copper core sandwiched between copper-nickel layers, weighs 5.67 grams, and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. While the design is familiar, sharply struck examples reveal crisp hair detail on Washington and strong feather definition on the eagle that is rarely preserved on circulated coins. What makes the 1966 quarter especially significant is its status as an early clad issue. Collectors view it as part of the first generation of quarters made without silver, marking a fundamental shift in U.S. coinage. In high-grade condition, these coins often display a bright, uniform luster distinct from later clad issues. Occasionally, proof-like circulation strikes appear with reflective fields and superior detail, adding to their desirability. These subtle technical qualities are key factors that separate premium examples from the vast majority of worn coins. Although millions of 1966 quarters were produced, true rarity emerges when condition is considered. Most examples entered circulation immediately and experienced heavy use, making uncirculated survivors far scarcer than mintage figures imply. Coins graded MS-66 are difficult to locate, and MS-67 examples are genuinely rare within the Washington Quarter series. Ultra-rare status is reserved for mint errors such as off-center strikes, double strikes, broad strikes, or wrong planchet errors, which were accidental and exist in very limited numbers. In circulated condition, a 1966 quarter typically trades at or slightly above face value. However, uncirculated examples can range from $15 to over $200, depending on grade and eye appeal. Coins certified at MS-67 have realized prices in the high hundreds of dollars due to their scarcity and collector demand. The most expensive and ultra-rare error examples, especially dramatic off-metal or multi-strike errors, have sold for $1,500 to $5,000 or more at auction, reflecting genuine rarity rather than hype. Collector interest in the 1966 quarter is driven by its transitional nature and the challenge of finding elite condition examples. It appeals to Washington quarter specialists, typeset builders, and error coin collectors alike. Nostalgia also plays a role, as many collectors remember these coins from everyday circulation during the late 1960s. This broad base of interest helps sustain long-term demand for premium examples and supports stable market values. Collectors seeking high-value 1966 quarters should carefully evaluate strike sharpness, surface preservation, and original luster. Weak details or excessive contact marks significantly reduce value. Certification by major grading services is strongly recommended for high-grade or error coins, as it provides authentication, market confidence, and protection for long-term investment. Proper storage in inert holders, away from moisture and handling, is essential to preserve condition. Serious collectors typically acquire top examples through reputable dealers, major auctions, or established numismatic communities. From an investment standpoint, the 1966 quarter demonstrates how common-date coins can develop meaningful value at the upper end of the market. While average examples remain plentiful, the supply of elite condition and error coins is permanently limited. As collectors increasingly prioritize certified quality and historical context, these top-tier coins tend to show gradual appreciation rather than speculative volatility, making them appealing to long-term collectors. In conclusion, the 1966 quarter dollar earns its numismatic importance through historical significance, condition rarity, and the presence of ultra-rare mint errors rather than through commemorative intent. Its role as an early clad issue, combined with the enduring Washington design, gives it lasting relevance in modern U.S. coin collecting. For both new and experienced collectors, its worth lies in exceptional quality and genuine scarcity, ensuring that the finest 1966 quarters remain respected and sought-after pieces within the broader American numismatic landscape. The 1970 Washington quarter dollar occupies a fascinating niche in U.S. numismatics, and while it is not an official bicentennial issue, it is often grouped within the broader pre-bicentennial era that led up to the celebrated 1776 to 1976 coinage. The most expensive and ultra-rare 1970 quarters are prized not because they were commemorative, but because of condition rarity, exceptional strike quality, and scarce mint errors. For collectors, this coin represents how a seemingly ordinary modern quarter can achieve substantial worth when preserved at the highest levels or when struck with unusual characteristics, making it a serious target in today's market. The 1970 quarter was minted during a period of economic adjustment and cultural change in the United States, less than 5 years after silver was removed from circulating quarters. Produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with the D mint mark identifying Denver issues, the coin continued the long-running Washington quarter series that began in 1932. America was approaching its bicentennial decade, and although no commemorative design was yet in place, interest in U.S. history and symbolism was growing. As part of this transitional era, the 1970 quarter reflects a stable but evolving monetary system adapting to modern production demands. The obverse of the 1970 quarter features John Flanagan's enduring portrait of George Washington, facing left, with "Liberty" and the motto "In God We Trust" prominently displayed. The reverse shows the familiar heraldic eagle with spread wings, clutching arrows and framed by olive branches, a design that emphasized national strength and unity. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy, weighs 5.67 grams, and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. While the design is standard, well-preserved examples reveal crisp hair strands, strong lettering, and sharply defined feathers that are rarely seen on circulated coins. What sets premium 1970 quarters apart is not design innovation, but technical quality. High-grade examples often display strong luster, minimal contact marks, and above-average strike definition for the era. Some Philadelphia Mint coins are known for slightly softer strikes, making sharply struck specimens particularly desirable. Proof versions, produced at the San Francisco Mint, exhibit mirrored fields and frosted devices, adding another layer of collectability. These visual and technical qualities become especially important when evaluating the coin's upper-end market value. Although tens of millions of 1970 quarters were minted, true rarity emerges when condition and variety are considered. Most coins entered circulation immediately and suffered heavy wear, meaning that pristine uncirculated examples are far scarcer than raw production numbers suggest. Coins graded MS-66 are difficult to find, and MS-67 examples are genuinely rare within the Washington quarter series. Ultra-rare status is typically reserved for notable mint errors, such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, double strikes, or dramatic die breaks, which were accidental and produced in extremely limited quantities. In circulated condition, a 1970 quarter usually trades at face value. However, uncirculated examples can range from $10 to $75, depending on eye appeal and strike quality. Coins certified at MS-67 have realized prices from $300 to over $800, reflecting strong demand and limited supply. The most expensive and ultra-rare error examples can command $1,500 to $4,000 or more, particularly when the error is visually dramatic and authenticated by a major grading service. These values are driven by genuine scarcity rather than novelty. Collector interest in the 1970 quarter is steady and broad-based. It appeals to Washington quarter specialists, collectors assembling high-grade date and mint sets, and error coin enthusiasts. Its placement in the pre-bicentennial era adds historical context, as it represents the final years before the iconic 1776 to 1976 reverse designs transformed the quarter's appearance. This combination of accessibility at lower grades and exclusivity at higher grades keeps demand consistent across different collector levels. Collectors seeking valuable 1970 quarters should focus on strike sharpness, original luster, and minimal surface marks. Coins with dull surfaces or heavy bag marks lose significant value, even if technically uncirculated. Certification by reputable grading services is strongly recommended for high-grade or error coins, as it ensures authenticity and maximizes marketability. Proper storage in inert holders and a stable environment helps preserve condition. Serious acquisitions are best made through trusted dealers, established auctions, or well-known numismatic platforms. From an investment perspective, the 1970 quarter demonstrates how modern coins can develop meaningful worth at the top end of the condition scale. While average examples remain plentiful, the population of elite-grade and error coins is permanently limited. As collectors continue to prioritize quality, certified high-grade examples tend to show gradual, steady appreciation rather than speculative spikes. This makes them attractive to long-term collectors who value stability and historical relevance. In conclusion, the 1970 Washington quarter dollar earns its place among notable modern U.S. coins through condition rarity, technical excellence, and scarce mint errors rather than commemorative design. Its role in the pre-bicentennial era, combined with the enduring Washington motif, gives it lasting numismatic significance. For both new and experienced collectors, its worth lies in exceptional preservation and authentic scarcity, ensuring that the most expensive and ultra-rare 1970 quarters remain respected, collectible, and potentially rewarding pieces in modern American coin collecting. The 1984 Washington quarter dollar is not an official bicentennial issue, yet it has become closely associated with the post-bicentennial era of U.S. coinage, a period when collectors began paying closer attention to modern coins, condition rarity, and mint errors. The most expensive and ultra-rare 1984 quarters are highly sought after not because of commemorative design changes, but because exceptional examples stand out sharply against the vast number of heavily circulated coins. For numismatists, this coin proves that even a common-looking modern quarter can achieve impressive worth when rarity, preservation, and technical quality align. The 1984 quarter was minted during the Reagan-era United States, a time marked by economic recovery, renewed national confidence, and modernization of minting technology. Produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, identifiable by the absence or presence of a D mint mark, the coin continued the long-running Washington quarter series that had returned to its traditional eagle reverse after the bicentennial designs ended in 1976. No quarters were struck for circulation at the San Francisco Mint in 1984, a fact that adds subtle intrigue to the year and places greater emphasis on business strike quality from Philadelphia and Denver. The design of the 1984 quarter follows John Flanagan classic Washington portrait on the obverse, depicting the first U.S. president facing left, surrounded by liberty and the motto, "In God We Trust." The reverse features the heraldic eagle with spread wings, clutching arrows and framed by olive branches, symbolizing military strength balanced with peace. Struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, the coin weighs 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. While visually familiar, well-preserved examples reveal fine details often lost in circulation. What makes the 1984 quarter special to advanced collectors is its appearance in top condition. Many coins from this year suffer from weak strikes, especially in Washington's hair and the eagle's breast feathers. As a result, sharply struck pieces with full detail and vibrant original luster are far scarcer than expected. Coins with clean fields, strong rim definition, and minimal contact marks stand out dramatically, giving high-grade examples a visual appeal that elevates them well above average circulation strikes. Although the mintage figures for 1984 quarters were high, true rarity emerges at the upper end of the grading scale. Most examples entered circulation quickly and were heavily used, making gem-quality survivors uncommon. Coins graded MS-65 are collectible, but those reaching MS-67 are genuinely scarce, and MS-68 examples are considered ultra-rare. In addition, notable mint errors, such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, double strikes, and dramatic die cracks, were produced in very limited numbers and significantly enhance rarity and desirability. In circulated condition, a 1984 quarter generally holds only face value. Uncirculated examples typically range from $5 to 40, depending on eye appeal and strike quality. Certified MS-67 coins often sell between $300 and $700, reflecting their limited population and strong demand. The most expensive and ultra-rare era varieties or top population MS-68 examples have achieved prices from $1,500 to over $3,500 at auction. These values are grounded in scarcity and condition rarity rather than hype. The 1984 quarter appeals to a wide range of collectors, including Washington quarter specialists, registry set builders, and era coin enthusiasts. Its position in the post-bicentennial era gives it historical context, representing the return to traditional designs and mass circulation after the commemorative excitement of the 1970s. Collectors appreciate the challenge of locating truly high-grade examples, which adds depth and purpose to assembling a complete modern quarter set. Collectors searching for valuable 1984 quarters should focus on sharp strikes, strong luster, and clean surfaces free from heavy bag marks. Weakly struck or dull coins rarely perform well in the market, even if technically uncirculated. Professional certification by major grading services is essential for high-grade or error examples, as it protects against counterfeits and maximizes resale potential. Proper storage in inert holders and climate-controlled environments helps preserve condition and long-term value. From an investment standpoint, the 1984 quarter demonstrates how modern coins can gain steady appreciation at the top end of the condition scale. While average examples remain abundant, the supply of elite-grade and dramatic era coins is permanently limited. As collectors increasingly value quality over quantity, demand for certified high-grade examples continues to strengthen, making them appealing for long-term collectors rather than short-term speculation. In summary, the most expensive and ultra-rare 1984 Washington quarter dollar derives its worth from exceptional preservation, strike quality, and scarce mint errors rather than commemorative status. Its historical placement in the post-bicentennial era, combined with the enduring Washington design, gives it lasting relevance in modern U.S. numismatics. For both new and seasoned collectors, the coin offers a compelling blend of accessibility and challenge, ensuring that the finest examples remain respected, valuable, and increasingly sought after in the years ahead.